Yesterday I was supposed to show this off, but decided to pop over to Facebook and do this demonstration because we had some interesting people in the room that were interested in seeing. So I got a message telling me, hey, you might want to pop over to Facebook with that video because we got some interesting people that are interested in looking at this new technology that you guys are over there developing. So that right there is the gold version of the Phantom technology. Hey, calm it down. Calm it down. We don't need to hear all that on camera. Calm it down. Calm it down. All right. So we're going to do a paint-on demonstration, showing you a sample of it. It's not coming out anytime soon, as I said before. These are, we got the acoustic project we're working on right now for the acoustic technology and the gamer. I'm doing both of them at the same time. This one is going to be put on hold until we can finish the rest of them, because right now we have way too many screen paints, but we're going to show you exactly. We're going to see a lot of products come up, but they're not going to be making it to marketplace anytime soon until we finish the rest of it, but just to show you how fast we can develop. So this one was made, we showed it up on Facebook. They got the first review to look at it. It's freaking beautiful. But anyway, the build, we've got certain things we're going to have on here and certain things we're going to have on Facebook. The build and constructing of the levitating screen, that's going to be done exclusively for Facebook. So if you're interested in that, pop over there. You can check it out and see that build. All right, so let me get rid of the gamer. We got a blue downstairs, which we're going to be displaying. I don't know if we're going to do it today or not, if we have the time. And I got to get ready for customers, which means I got to start stocking up on my containers. I got to put orders in for that today. All right, Taco. I need you to be out of that spot because I need to be there with this screen. Unless this thing is not on. Oh, my radio's not on. Okay, cool. Let's put it over here. Right here, great. You can stay there. You're good. Embellishing your window. Your window pondering. Are we connected here? No, we're not connected. All right, let me put you out here. We're not connected, are we? No. Okay, good. All right, you can continue your window pondering. Just stay away from my screen, please. Yesterday, I did show some information on what the products look like because no one knew what color gamers were to begin with. We don't show you that right off the bat. So when we showed you all the products all together, they all look dark, don't they? Yeah, when they dry differently. So that's the interesting about Phantom. So there is the new one right there. This was made yesterday, 30 minutes ago. What, 30 minutes ago yesterday. And it's already coated. The demonstration, where's that screen anyway? Oh, here. So let me see. There it is right here outside. We did that demonstration on Facebook. So we're going to do one here today for YouTube. Now, we decided to make all exclusive builds on Facebook only. And then we're going to do some paint-on demonstrations here. Facebook's live is much better than YouTube. And I got boosters over there in the corner. And I have Verizon. People are like, what about your internet service? I have Verizon. My data service is really good. But for some reason, YouTube streaming is, It is, I don't like it. So we do it because we have to do live demonstrations when we're doing testing and we're showing off stuff. I prefer to do them on Facebook because the stream service over there is much, much better. So we may be doing all tests over there from now on too. All right, let me see what we need here. We need rollers over there. And hey, yeah, I see you, little Army monster. Right there. Blueprints for the new screen. Where are they at? Do I have them here? I literally had them on my. Okay, there you go. Wow. Wow. I got these other paints, this collection line. I want to start getting into that right now because I got another color I want to start. There's a new collection line, and from that I want to start up, but I can't show those off. You know, gamers have other colors besides the gamers we show you. They come in different colors. It's going to be too much paint. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's going to be too much. We're already up to We got the acoustics. We haven't even gotten to the acoustics yet. I haven't done any of the testing we need right now for the acoustics. We have the gamer paint by Phantom. We haven't really even dug into that one yet. We're not even to that one yet. And now we got a gold. And then we have a new one. We got that other screen up there. I forgot what that thing was. That when we have a question mark next to it. Still can't figure out what we're going to call that one. That's that one right there. That's when we painted down. When I did that demonstration a couple minutes. Yeah, we have that one. So this was made. That's still what there. That was made one day, and that was made another day. So we still have that to do. And then there's the Olympians. I haven't showed you that. I haven't showed you one of the 38s. 30. There's a bullshit. Testing one at all be neat. All right, so let's get this done. All right, so let me see. And then we got to do, I keep my, whoa, with us, I only can't for a minute. When we do the acoustics, we have a whole segment on that, but that's going to be on Facebook only. Sorry about that. We're going to be showing people how to get the merch, how to buy the material and stuff like that. So you'll have to go on there. You just go on. You just need a Facebook account. That's all. All right. Let me see. We need a roller. I need a roller, and I need some. We got a roller here. Then it won't be neat. What's the container here? All right, look, simple and plain. As we do all our demonstrations, all our test demonstrations, really simple. There's no pouring a line in the middle of the screen. You just, that's it. There's no putting a stir stick in there and going from one left to the right and right to the, no. This is how we paint it, fast and quick. Do this all the time. At the end of the day, a customer does not want to deal with complicated instructions. That's it. Take your roller, and you just paint your screen. Remember, no second, third, fourth coat. That's it. You're gonna go through all that crap. Corners. Now you see how this screen is gray? This was actually a previous screen paint. We don't care. We can make the screen paint as much as we want. It doesn't really make a difference. You see how there's nothing peeking through at all, period? There's not supposed to be anything peeking through at all when you paint a surface. Nobody wants to go through that. I can't get over that. We had that in our form site. 7 days for a motorized projection screen. Yeah, like you spent all week long finding your perfect projector. Got it all set up because people set their projectors up. I tell you, that's the worst. Wait till you get your screen. Okay, end up having something that don't fit right. So anyway, like I said, you got to get your projector in. You did all your research. Gets to the door. You can't wait to pop it open. You get the screen paint there. You want to paint it in. Do the pop some popcorn and watch a movie off. That's what you want to do. Easy and simple, without basically having any headache whatsoever. The fact that you're going to have to wait an additional 7 days. Yeah, that's crazy. So we do our corners. That's it. This is how I paint my screens. I do corners. We use a screen in the middle of the paint pan. Now, if you notice, if you look at my screen, you'll see little lines and all that stuff in the screen. You're not going to see any of that white peeking through. None of that's going to peek through. You guys right on there. Take a little bit more paint. Don't worry about little lines and all that stuff. Paint little lines in. Just pour it out. That's it. And you're done with that one. and down, room formation. Up and down, room formation. Up and down. Let's stop on around here. This ain't painted. That's it. Pretty much that's it. Not hard to do. It's not supposed to be complicated. You don't want to confuse the customers. Make it easy. Paint it in. You're done. You want to put an extra cup or we'll work into it, go ahead. But it's not hard to do, that's it. A 3-inch line down the center of the screen. Ah, friggin' Fruit Loop nonsense. What? We're done. Oh, we're done, all right, we're done. And by the way, that's styrofoam. Your product should be, if you restrict your product to certain things, then that makes it harder for the customer to get resources to design their screens. The more access that they have to different resources to develop to make screens, the easier it makes it for the customer. Got to put a tutorial video in there for you know who. We're done. We're already done. We're done. Things gonna be dry before we hit it dry to get it done. Do the demonstration, tell you anything we did, or what you call them. And if you want to question my screen's ambient light rejection technology, well, you can stare at my ceiling. Because I can look at my fish. What time of the day are we in right now? Yeah, what time of the day we are in? There's light pushing through. Yeah. I can look at my fish. I can leave this projector on all day long, and I think it's like about 8 or what are we 12? We're at 12 o'clock from around that time. Yeah, I can have my lights on and I can watch my tropical fish from the ceiling. That's what ambient light rejection technology is supposed to do. And you got people in dark environments showing very poor light pushing through windows. Oh, that nonsense. I got a screen up on my ceiling. Do you see those feelings of my screen? On my ceiling. All right, so we'll put this on my soap. We got in there good. We're done with that. Do you see the feelings? You know, top of my ceiling. You know, you got people in there doing demonstrations. They got very little light pushing through a bunch of glass bookcases, trying to show off a screen halfway across the room, saying, "Look, it's taking ambient light." And we do demonstrations like where my screen literally sits on top of my ceiling at 150 inches. With a light right in the center of it, and my projector being lumens. My ceiling's about 8.5 feet high, and you got people out there that are worried about a little bit of light coming in and making contact with the screens. And we got one up on the ceiling. That shows you the advancements of our our technology, ambient light rejection technology versus anybody else. You got people out there trying. Oh, they're trying. They're trying to show demonstrations of their products being able to take on ambient light, but it's not a real ambient light rejection demonstration. It's not. Let's get it over here and put it through an ambient light rejection test, and we'll tell you whether or not it'll pass or not. All right, because like I said, let's demonstrate poorly lit environments. Poorly lit environments. So when you're watching the demonstration, you want to make sure that environment is well lit. You don't want to be stuck and looking at demonstrations where people are stuck in dark environments and can't back up their products. Because at the end of the day, I guarantee you, if they're claiming to be close to what we do over here, then they should be able to pass these demonstrations right here. See that screen up on the ceiling? They should be able to pass that. No problem. Where's my clicker for this one? Give me a fan. Here's a peach. Here's a peach. So here's a peach at the window, and this is your daydream window. Your daydream window. Here's your fish. Right? Your daydream window. You go and you daydream about many things. Many things. I daydream about many things outside that window. The daydream window. That's gonna be a beautiful one. That's gonna that gold. It's gonna be gorgeous. I like the color too. The color is gorgeous. Let me see what we got here on the projector. We can blow this up a little bit. And we want some of this on the wall. Very important to have it on the wall so we can show our white level. And you can see how amazing that technology is. This was developed yesterday, 30 minutes ago. Right back after the other one we developed, which is a we don't have a name for it yet. I might watch it out tonight. All right, so let me go in here and get this corrected. Cat's in there having a battle. One battle is fish. I'm in here working on some new stuff. There we go. Now this is going to be a free color option on our website. This is going to be dedicated, something dedicated to itself. But just to show you how amazing this is. We already did this test against 2 certified screens. We did it against the darkest gunmetal screens we have, which is the Dark Star 9 and the daylight screen. And there you go, right from the door. 30 minutes of being made. Actually, not 30 minutes. Yesterday was 30 minutes. Here, gold. Boom, done. Now, like I said, still got to go through all the testing. We can make 40 of these bad boys within a month's time, easily. Oh, they still all have to be tested. Got it under the labels. I'll show you how beautiful that color is. Now, as you can see, none of that nonsense of pouring lines across the screen and 4-coat applications and all that crazy stuff. Paint and done. Easy. That's it. That fast, that quick. And that's on styrofoam. Painted on fixed frame screens, motorized projection screens. It's not going to take 7 days to paint a screen. I got a motorized projection screen coming in. We're going to paint that thing to the wall. We're going to paint and dry it to the wall, roll it up when we're done, the whole 9 yards. I couldn't imagine waiting 7 days to paint anything. I couldn't imagine putting 4 coats of paint on anything. It's better. These screens are having, these houses are huge. You're going to sit there and do 4 applications on a screen that size. My screen upstairs in the tech room is 155. There's no way in the world I'm doing 4 coats on that thing. We got our styrofoam screen. That was the problem with Goose Screen. They had too many restrictions when their product came out. $4K demonstrations. Now we're going to have to first catch up to the other products we have now, because you're going to see products being made, not tested yet. These are going to be tested. They're going to be put on the shelf. These are going to be ones going to be a lineup for the website. But just to show you how fast we can develop them. Now, right from the door, any screen we ever bring out has to be tested against certifieds. Right from the door being made. This way, we can show you that we're just not making these things for the sake of just making them. They can go against a certified screen in 30 minutes after being developed. Nothing. No white sample sheets, nothing. No certified screens, nothing. Can just stand alone by itself. That's so hypnotic. That is so relaxing and so hypnotic. So I need to find stuff like that for the ceiling. What is this video anyway? I need to have that. No, you haven't had that on top of my ceiling. That would look hot. So I got to redo my ceiling. I nicked my ceiling right there, carrying a screen through. So I just have to coat this section here that got nicked. That's basically about it. This is a Phoenix up here. But still going to put a Phoenix right back up there. I like the Phoenix up there. Hey, hey, hey. Right. So we did this already yesterday on Facebook Live. We'll do it over here for you guys. That's what I said with them gray and black mixes. How far can you go with them? You can only get so many shades out of them. Like I said, we said digital crystal screen paint. Ain't so much you can do with them. At the end of the day, you know, stuff with the same colors over and over and over again and again and again. Nothing changes. That's the same thing we went through. Every time we came up with a new screen paint, we had to figure out how much black paint in it to change the shade so it looked different from the other one. There ain't so much you can do with it. That's when you gotta start cracking them books, getting that faith. We need another one in here for this. Let's get something really trippy for this one. I'm getting ready to the screen to dry, and we're getting the certified setup right now. Let's do this one right here. This is pretty cool. Ooh, it looks beautiful. That's why I don't like when people start off with the demonstrations on ultra short throws. Ultra short throw demonstrations, I'm sorry to say, man, if you're doing demonstrations right from the door on your main screens on ultra short throws, you're cheating already from the door. Your projector is sitting way too close to your screen. That's like me taking a demonstration, taking my projector and moving it all the way up to the screen and doing a demonstration. First people are going to say is, the projector is too close to the screen. Of course, that's why you're able to show an image like that. No. If you're going to test your product, you need to use a projector, pull it back. An ultra short throw is easy. That's an easy demonstration to do. Your projector is literally sitting right up on top of your screen. Right up on top of your screen. So what you go get your eyes checked, which is easier to read the chart, sitting right up on front of it or sitting at a distance? Sitting at a distance. If you can pick it up at a distance, then you can definitely pick it up if you're standing right in front of it. So that's why I think the ultra short throw demonstrations are easy. When I use those projectors, it's easy. Gotta use the long throw for those. That's what you need to do. If we bring it over here and we throw you back 22 feet on 1,000 lumens, you're going to have some issues. Because your screens are not used to being tested at long throws. There are certain things when you do demonstrations on a long throw that you will pick up and see in your product that you will never see on an ultra short throw. Because an ultra short throw will hide all the mistakes and problems that your screen may be showing off. That's why I don't like to use ultra short throws in my demonstrations. When I'm testing screens, we don't start off with ultra short throws. Never. Because like I said, it can mask all the hidden problems that you will never see. Because it's sitting right up on top of the screen. But at a distance, yeah, you can see all kinds of stuff that may pop up that may need to be fixed or things you need to adjust. Yeah, that's why. If you go to the eye doctor and you say, hey, look, my vision's not that good, he goes, okay, I want you to stand right up on top of the screen. Why is the screen so small? It's a test screen. That's why. Test screens, anytime I have a screen in here, we don't have another screen extra, that's a test screen. Let me show you. See this right here? That's a test screen. That's a 106-inch Elite Edgeless screen right there. So if we don't have another screen laying around to test it on a larger scale, we use the smaller ones. Now, is the entire small screen? No, it's not. Unlike Part A, why is the screen outside at 2x4 when we have 150, 135? Now, anytime I do a demonstration outside, we don't have small screens out there. So why is it on that screen? Because we don't have any more screens available at all. So when we get more screens in at the 100 inches, then we'll have it adjusted to 100 inch. Just like if you watch my demonstrations, and clearly you haven't, I will educate you today. On the acoustic screen, which is a 148-inch acoustic screen, the one we displayed was at a 235.1 at 80 inches. You do know what 235.1 is. You have 235.1, 239, you have 1610, you have 15.9, 4.3, 1.1. Am I losing you? I'll slow it down for you. So anyway, So that one we had. But at 235.1 at 80 inches wouldn't be good because we can't display that at 16.9 and 16.10 because the heads and the bottoms would be missing. And you wouldn't be able to take in the full effect of the screen. So yesterday, if you did log on, which you probably didn't, because if you did, you would have noticed, we built the screen from the ground up. Yep, lumber, wood, spray job, the whole 9 yards, built an acoustic screen at 99 inches, full-size screen. Set it up over here, coded it, did the demonstration, screen came out beautiful. Now, why did we build that screen? Having an 80 inch at 235.1, because we needed a much bigger screen to be able to see the screen on. There you go. Just like when I did the gamer screen, I said, it's not big enough, we need to get a bigger screen. So right here we had the Elite 106 inch. Just like over here where we had the Superior Gold being displayed, we will go in and pick up a much bigger screen. There you go. Is that projector 4K? No! Oh my God! Is my projector 4K? You think? Wait! You think what I'm displaying here is on a 4? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that one. Man, that is the best. Who are you? Wait! Who are you? I gotta find who you are. Oh, dude. You're my favorite from now on. You're my favorite. You are my favorite. I love this man right here. You're my favorite. This guy just came in and asked me, was this 4K pixel shifting? So you're saying the image you're seeing is so good right now. It looks like 4K pixel shifting, right? My man, let me show you what we got over here. All right. You see all these certified screens? This is where we test our product. Screen paints don't do this. Look at my projector right here at the bottom. This is a Chrissy LWU501i. Do you know when this projector was discontinued? In 2014. You know when they released this projector? In 2012. Now, keep in mind, pixel shifting technology is old. I mean, you guys talk about it like it's brand new. Do you know how old pixel shifting technology is? Let's go back to the gaming community. You remember the PS1, if you had one of those? You remember how jagged the edges were? And then the PS2 came out, it was a little bit better, but it was backwards compatibility. You can take your games from your PS1, put them on your PS2. Well, there's an option on there. If you kept tapping the X button, it would basically perform some kind of pixel shifting capability that would smooth out the jagged edges. Pixel shifting technology is nothing new. It's been out for many years. Nothing new. And by the way, projectors that do pixel shifting don't do actual 4K at all, period. You don't do native 4K. It doesn't work that way. There's no generator or no elves in there generating extra pixels to do that. You do know, bottom line, it's designed to compress the image, right? So it's funny how you have projectors out there that claim to do 150 inches. It's virtually impossible to do 100 inches if you're trying to expand this and compress it at the same time. It doesn't work that way. I love people like you, I really do. But he thought the image I was using pixel shifting. No, buddy, this projector right here is 1920 by 1200. It's a WXGA projector. This projector right here is old. You can get them for $270. See, that's what I was telling you at the end of the day, that you don't have to spend the money for an expensive projector if the screen does the work. And you guys go and go, pixel shifting, 50,000 to 1 contrast. Some of you guys have like a 500,000 to 1 contrast, and you still don't even know what a black level even looks like. You know what true black levels look like? They don't look gray. And a true 100% black level. Can't get it off a gray screen. But okay, but that was a good one. I like you, man. I like you. He thought the projector was 4K. Bless his heart. I like you. You see that right there? Do you know what this is right here on the top of the ceiling? Now, you watch demonstrations on YouTube. You got people that are light dodging, ambient light controlled environments, all that other stuff, right? They got very little light hitting the screen. You ever seen a 150-inch screen painted to a ceiling with a ceiling light right in the center of it, and the screen is activated without fading or washing? And you got some people out there that can't even have any kind of light in their environment. Just a little bit of light, their screen will wash out. Now, how can you come in here and question my work when you're looking at my $139 short throw projector? Let me give you the specifications, my friend. The projector we have here is a BenQ. It's a 720p XGA projector short throw. My wing is about 8.5 feet high, right? So this projector and all the light that we have pushing in from here and all the environment, including the ceiling that mind you, that has a ceiling light right in the center of the screen. And this projector is producing at 150 inches on a black surface. Now, the object around black screens, what most people think is the fact that a black screen, the fact that it can't produce a bright enough image. And that's why you see most majority of these darker screens in darker environments, because too much light means the screen's not going to have the ability to pull high white levels due to the fact that it's not a bright screen. See? But our technology is a little different. Our technology can generate images in a fully lit environment and still maintain its white levels, being as dark as the screen is. Even with a projector of 2,600 lumens that's traveling around 8.5 feet, max on the side of 150 inch of a screen that's in the center with a light. What is the use of a screen? Are you kidding me? Really? Do you know all the abstract art? I can put the universe. Oh, you've never seen this thing at nighttime, have you? Oh, you missed out then. The ceiling screen is so I don't have to spend thousands of dollars of putting optical lighting into my ceiling to produce a universe. I can actually change out my screen at will. I can make it rushing water. I can make it fish, sharks. I can bring the universe. I can do whatever I want. Why not? If you have to ask that question, then at the end of the day, man, I'm not trying to say anything rude or anything, but man, you got to learn to think outside the box, man. Enjoy life. Why not have a screen attached to your ceiling? Why not? So I can sit here and I can watch the universe, boom, pull out from my ceiling. Why not? Oh, wait, the screen's dry already. We're done. All right, so this is the gold technology we have here, which was made in 30 minutes, like all our other technology. And if you've seen the color of it, well, it's not exactly traditional colors. But as for cookie cutters, see, you got this mixed up. Let me explain to you what a cookie cutter is. A cookie cutter screen is, let me see. Oh, it looks so dim. Interesting. He says it looks dim. Rome, you're just burying this hole for you, aren't you? All right, so it looks dim, right? That's what you're saying, right? You think if it's dim, it's going to produce a lower color? Yes or no? I'm giving you an option to speak. Do you think it's going to produce a lower color than a screen that's lighter than it? All right, let's test it out. All right, you said it's a lower color, right? Let's see. We got all these sample sheets over here. Let's grab one here. Don't leave. Why don't you stick around for a bit? All right, we're going to take some gray screen paint products. Now, mind you, we have our own under Digital Crystal Screen Paint. Does the exact same thing, but our product is free. But, you probably paid for yours, so anyway. All right, let me see. We'll take the Cinema Gray. No, we'll take this green spray product right here. So right now you're saying it's too dull, right? And the color doesn't come up correctly, right? That's what you're saying? All right, we're gonna first gonna take this out first, and I want you to see this yet. Let's go over to white screen. No. Stick around. I got something to show you. You said it's too dull, right? So if it's too dull, that means the color, it's going to be what's the word for it? The color is not going to be able to produce bright enough colors, right? Because dull, that's what dull means. The color is going to come out dull. You're not going to be able to see the color correctly, right? That's your statement, remember, I'm keeping your statements on there. We'll take the Crow's Personal Mix, and we'll take his, I just want to stick right there. Ooh, let's get some tape for that one. That's the Personal Mix right there, right? Because that's what you said, it's too dull, right? And as you can see, the Crow's Mix is pulling a very high white level, right? All right, let's go with that one. See, what you don't understand is, you don't understand anything about screens. And I'm going to tell you why. The fact that you made that statement lets me know exactly you don't know nothing about screens. See, when you have a screen is supposed to have a to it. That certain white level, if a screen has that level, and color suffers. If it's too dark, then the white levels suffer. And there has to be a certain combination of a certain level of a white level. If it's too bright, then it's basically giving off the same equivalence of a white screen. A white screen is going to be able to produce the highest white level ever. Yeah, it is the Personal Mix. It is. Yes, it is. We have unboxing videos on it. And keep in mind, Rome, whatever your name is, we made the Personal Mix over here. Now, Let me explain something to you so you can understand this. We made the personal mix with 4 tablespoons of black paint into white paint. Now, if I'm wrong on this, we gave the individual the option to make these products live on YouTube, all of them. All of the digital ones, all the products we made using his demonstration of making black and white paint. Think about it, listen to me. His demonstrations on YouTube of making this product using black and white paint, we made these products from, and we gave him these instructions 4 weeks ago. If this is not your product, all you have to do is take the products that we have, make each individual live on YouTube. So everybody the ingredients, because everybody has the ingredients, and show that your product is different from what we have here. So you can't say it's not a personal mix until he basically backs up the demonstration. You can't talk it, you got to display it. So until he does the demonstration showing his product against these black and white screen paint mixtures that we made live on YouTube, showing everybody that, look, I'm making each one of these one by one, putting them against my product. None of them are matching. That's the only way we can back this product up. Until then, you and him are nothing but talk. And if we did this to the black screens, we did it already. How many links you want? All right, there you go. All right. Question. Do you think this is the Metallica mix right here? Yes or no? I'm just curious. I'm gonna give you some time to speak for a minute. Just give me some time. Come on. I like entertain. We gotta get them. We gotta entertain them. Oh, and by the way, a cookie cutter screen, let me explain something to you, is a screen that's 2 feet by 3 feet. That screen right there, around 40 inches, and the screen we have in the next room for testing are 50s. Yeah, and we don't use these in our demonstration. So when you come to my channel, you check out my website, you don't see these screens on display. As a matter of fact, if you check out my video when you first come in, that's my 150-inch outside, displayed at 27 feet back at 4:51 in the evening. Yeah, and I'm showing you ambient light inside the house, but we do it outside too. Just want to let you know that. All right, so I was hoping you would say no, it wasn't. We have unboxing videos to every product we purchased from him, every single one. We do, yep. We even have cancellations. Now, mind you, you're backing up a product. We get these are rare. We get these Crow Boys in here. Mr. Romeo, or Romeo's name is. Question. A few questions I got to ask you before we do this. Why does he have a deleted video? Have you tested the products yourself? These are free right here under the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint products. They're free for our customers or anybody else that wants to make them. They do the exact same thing Crow's products do. These are black and white paints right here. So if you want, you can go to the website. I'll put the link below or email it to you, and you can make as many as you want and put that against your screen and post the link below so we all can see it. Or you do have that much? Are you willing to back that up? I don't think you are. Okay. All right. I was just wondering, just putting it out there. All right, let's put this over here. Now, and let's get back to what I was saying, that you look, it's a certain white level that you want to look for the screen to pick up. Should we get it certified? That's not fair. We should get a certified screen, shouldn't we? Yeah, because we're using just screen paints here, Romeo. Oh, by the way, we have another one here. You know what's interesting about this one product right here? In the demonstration when he displayed this screen was actually lighter than what we have here in the container. Hold on, let's put that here. I know you're saying things, but right now, until you answer what I told you to say, what you're talking about is falling on deaf ears. That's why I'm ignoring you. But I'm listening to you at the same time. It's kind of like when you have a child that's acting up in the house. You ignore them, but you listen to them at the same time. Same scenario. All right, so Let's go over here real quick. What should we use? We got. Which one should we use? We got so many of these. Which one should we pick out? He thought the projector was pixel shifting. Do you even know do you even know the proper terms of pixel shifting? Can we start talking about that one? Pixel shifting. Anytime I see somebody glorifying pixel shifting, I tell them right at the door, at the end of the day, I'm not having this conversation with you today. This is just not worth my time. To have a conversation about someone who's going to be glorifying pixel shifting. Ugh. Go buy yourself a knockoff projector and be done with it. Oh, wait a minute, hold on for a minute. We got to get one more sample sheet because we need something else up here besides all these. All right, how about we use this one right here? This is a new up-to-date screen, right? What's this one right here? It's a new up-to-date screen. They run about, see the gunmetal on that one? These run up around $4,500 to $5,000 for a 100-inch. Let's put that one right here. Sir, Supreme 8. You know what Supreme 8 technology looks like? You ever seen a screen called the Ultimate Challenge Demonstration? That was an 8. Don't talk nonsense, man. Come on. You're getting a little desperate. You're getting real desperate. You're just randomly just calling out stuff. You're getting desperate. We're talking about the technology we have now. We have a Digital One crystal screen paint from 7 years back. That's how old the Digital One is. 7 years back. Under contracts, under companies, beta testers, the whole 9 yards. That stuff matches Crow's products perfectly, with no problem. Crow's product is 7 years old. That's how old it is. Now, like I said, if his product is not, and that's not a personal mix, you said it's not a personal mix, then how about you make the products, do a live demonstration, just like we told him to do, and just display it. That's all you got to do. Do that. And if you don't want to do it, then you can't back it up. Then at the end of the day, that's what it is. And if you're going to lay claim that it's a Digital One, well, then the Digital One is black and white paint. Okay. All right. Just want to make sure we got that clear real quick. All right. Let's go in and get these remote controls. Let me see. Okay. Home all frustrated and angry. I know after this, man, you're going to come off this thing and just scream into your pillow for about a half an hour. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. You came on here challenging me. Come on, man. What do you think was going to happen? Red screen.
Getting affirmation.
Now, you see what happened here? See how the screen you claim to be so dim doesn't pull up the color correctly? Didn't you make that statement? You said, but it's dim. It's so dim. It's interesting. Which one of these screens would you have to calibrate at the end of the day? It wouldn't be ours at the end of the day. So it's dim. You said it's dim, right? So if it's dim, that means the colors would come up dim. It would have dim colors. It wouldn't be bright. It wouldn't be vivid. But you see, the gray screen paints are coming up dim. And the certified $5,000 projection screen is not picking up the same image. And this screen, mind you, at the end of the day, is not jet black. Jet blacks are insane. Oh, he said dull. He said dull color. Dull. Dull is the same thing as dim. Let me see. Blue screen. Here come the excuses. When they get showed up, here comes the many excuses behind the many excuses. Well, what happened? I thought our product was dull. That's what you said, right? What about contrast? You think you can see contrast? You think which one would you think would pull the better contrast level? Let's see. What we got here? We got this dark New York City scene. We can come over here and we can do this one over here. We got the Starfield. It's a good one.
The holidays are happening at Lowe's.
Thank you.
I'm going to explain something to you. Every time that screen turns tan, you know why it turns tan? It can't see contrast. That's why. See how the colors fade out when we showed you the blue level?
Let's go.
So what happened to your contrast levels? Where are they? If I stuck this to a black screen, your screen would turn into a white sheet of paper. Where is it? But it's dull, remember? It's a dull screen. You can barely see it. Interesting, isn't it? Should we get a little closer? Comes to contrast shifting technology, which basically gives the screen the capability to mimic contrast levels over screens that are much darker than they are. Okay, you go into a timeout now, so goodbye-bye. Now you're just basically just going to put him in a timeout. Romeo, Mr. Romeo, bye-bye, timeout. Reason why he's going to a timeout, because now he has nothing else. He's just stabbing in the dark. First he said the screen was dull. Now he's talking about the he's done. He's done. This is where you need to take time out to go get that pillow next to you and just scream into it as much as you possibly can. You just got embarrassed on YouTube. Go about your business. All right, let's move on. The reason why I entertain those particular ones because they're fun. You get them once in the blue moon. We did this one demonstration. We literally had his products on the screen. We were displaying fish moving back and forth. So in the title of the video, we put up, do you think our screens are too dark? And they were coming into my, yeah, your screen's too dark. You can't even see it, this, that, and the other, and didn't realize the entire time that Crow's products were blended into the screen. Our screens were picking up such a high white level that we blended his product into a dark screen when displaying colors. But you were in there ranting and carrying on about how our screens came up too dark the entire time. Then I walked in front of the projector and you saw its products pop up. Disappearing. Now, if you want a real challenge, and I'll give you a real challenge, how about you make a screen paint and I'll make one in 30 minutes and I'll level it in no time at all. You willing to take that challenge with me? Make it a $10,000 bet. How good are your skills? How much faith do you have in your product? We can make it 100,000. You make a product, I make one, and see if you can basically beat the product. In every single test demonstration. Mind you, we got technology up here. Screens, we got 18 of them in our kitchen drawer, and all these screens can take on every single one of them. This is technology that these companies took them 6 years, sometimes 5 and 10 years, and we can do it at 30 minutes. We got technology that big companies, much like Screen Innovation, will send attorneys for us to back the freak away. We got other people who, hobbyists, who keep their shopping carts locked in fear that we're going to buy their products and bring them down here for testing. The other half just cancels orders left and right, terrified. Jamie and Crow, you make a new product, I'll make something in 30 minutes. You post your ingredients, I'll level your stuff in no time at all. So then, you still have to be able to beat this. This is the Digital One Crystal screen. This is our oldest screen paint we make. It's 7 years old. And you haven't done the demonstrations of painting your products yet to match this product. What is the difference between your product and Digital One Crystal screen? Yeah. Is your product's going to match black and white paint? That's the same thing. We need another certified. Let's get the gray screen paints off here. Oh, wait. Let me show you something even more hilarious. Gray screen. Got the right one here. Oh, these fire sticks. And y'all talking about ambient light. I saw the demonstration he displayed on ambient light. Are you kidding me? That dark environment, that little bit of light pouring through those bookcases that make contact with that little screen with an ultra short though sitting right up on top of it. Please, come on. That is a joke. And this screen is what size? That's 150 inch on my ceiling with a light in the center of it. That's no short though. We're at 8.5 feet from the screen. So how is this screen having the ability to hide from any light? How is that possible? It doesn't have the ability. And they hate the fact that I can come on here and I can develop technology so fast. And right from the door, all the technology we develop, the first thing we do is we throw it against certifies. And we can show a difference between our product and a certified screen. The fact that the naysayers, y'all have little knowledge when it comes to, I'm not saying all of y'all, but some of y'all have very little knowledge when it comes to home theater. Y'all don't know jack about jack. I hear when y'all talking y'all demonstrations, y'all don't know nothing at all, period. You only hear from what you hear say. And I don't know what you're getting it from, but you're not getting the correct information. You do know that when you look at a screen, when it produces a white level, it's the first thing we do when we display screens. The first thing we ask for is that white level. That's the most important test. That's going to allow me to be able to see which one of these screens are producing too high of a white level. You think the brighter the white level, the more vivid the color. No, that doesn't work that way. That's the worst thing you can have. If that's the case, white screens would be the dominant screen because they produce the highest white level. You don't think. Take a white screen, color washes out, contrast washes out. You could be in a fully lit environment and show a snowstorm. A white screen will always remain with the brightest white level. That color is never going to fade out. But color is not going to pick up on it, and contrast is not going to pick up on it. That's why the cheapest, most bottom dollar screens that you can get in the projection screen field. The darker the screen goes, the more expensive it goes. Do you think those light colors? No, they're not. Look at the elite screens lineup for instance. They start off with a white screen, cheap screen. They start off with the cinema gray. That's like a light gray screen. That's like $800, $700 to $800. Then you get over to the cinema gray 5D, much more darker than that screen, $1,600. Then you get to the Dark Star 9, which is a heavy gunmetal dark screen, $3,000. Black Diamonds, $5,000. You get into the DMP Supernova, the blade that they have. It's a blade or the Infinity. I think it's the Infinity. They're $5,000. The darker the screen gets, the more expensive it gets. And y'all talking about these light gray screen paints. Please, come on now. Even Seymour AV, who designs the Matinee Silver, the Seymour AV 1.3, they even have something called a Matinee Black and a Matinee Black 0.9. Do you even know that? You ever heard of a screen called a Dragonfly? Bet you never heard of that one before. What about a T-Prism? Never heard of that one before either? All right, there you go. These are... And from what I've seen already on the darker mixes, they don't produce white light correctly. Like the UV. The UV can't see white light. Can't see white light because it's black paint. That's why. Black paint is not the sun white light. But if you think we're wrong on these demonstrations, I'll post a link, a ton of links below. You can sift through them. You can make the products you want for free. And you can do the demonstration at home. Because if we can't get the person who made the product to do the demonstration, then what does that say right there? Okay, there you go. Individual. Oh, you can't pick up an image inside. You're not seeing the ceiling screen, really? You should not be driving at the end of the day. You really shouldn't be. Really should not be driving at the end of the day. Oh, let's get over here. You don't aggravate me. It's just fun to talk to you. Because mind, these videos get posted to my forum site. We discuss these in our forums. They were like, yeah, pixel shifting. Yeah, you give us something to talk about. That's why we laugh when the naysayers come. Some of the guys, Romeo, I'm never going to block him, never. He asked me one of the most interesting questions. He thought this was pixel shift. Okay. The fact he's old relic behind me was 4K and it's producing an image that, well, we put him in a timeout because he was just ranting at one point. But we're never going to block him. We're going to keep him. Like him. He thought the projector was 4K. That's got to be a 4K projector using pixel shifting. It's not even pixel shifting at that. At all, period. It's way below 4K. It's old. It's an old projector. You could buy it easy. But I like him. I'm going to keep him. Use your most on my block and get up these pretty cool. Now here, let me show you for example. See right here? This is the cinema gray. See the color of that right there? All right. Then we got the cinema gray 3D. See right there? The different screens they have. The colors they have there. Question. For a person who's displaying their screen paints on an ultra short throw projector, has that screen been tested against Elite 5 certified ultra short throw ceiling rejection screen technology? Because we have all of them here. If you're going to be constantly showing demonstrations on ultra short throws, you should be able to go in and do that with no problem. That you should be doing. You should be demonstrating your product against ultra short throw technology. So you can pick them from Elite for free. Or not for free, you gotta pay for them. All right, remember I told you about Seymour AV? Now this is Seymour AV's Matinee Black. See right there? That's their darker version of their screens. They do have a darker version. They have the Seymour AV 1.3. I guess Romeo's never seen the 18 screen certified demonstration. He hasn't seen that one. When I come up here and I just throw screens up against the screen, he's never seen that one yet. Romeo! I'm not trying to bust on your name, but Romeo reminds me of somebody. People used the name Romeo was like back in the 80s, breakdancers and stuff like that. People who did tags and people who did was Romeo. That was like a popular name around that time. I wonder if you was basically around in the 80s. Mix matching, you know what I mean, with the whole boom box and the Kango with the peacock feathers sticking out from the side, all that good stuff. I bust on them. I did the same thing myself. I had the whole thing, the glass, the gazelles, and had the freaking leather jackets and the Adidas with the no shoelaces in them, the big boom box with the 60 batteries in it, all that stuff. I always had to walk around with a sheet of cardboard because you never knew when a battle was going to break out. Y'all had Pokemon. We had basically, break out with a boombox and start breakdancing. That's what we had. That was our battles right there. Not like that freaking Electric Boogaloo. I hated that freaking movie. Seriously? Bunch of people running down the street with leg warmers and having choreography dances back and forth. West Side City. No, I couldn't get into that. I like Beach Street. But yeah, that's how it was for us. Yeah, that was a good time to be around, man. That was a good time to be around. Especially if you knew the DJ. You knew the DJ, that's the guy who had the Honda hatchback, had a crate full of records back there. Yeah, a couple of boards to hold everything up. Yeah. So the DJ would play all the good music, you know what I mean? You can get him to put the soft jams on so you can get close to the girls, you know what I mean? Yeah. Be friends with the DJ. Yeah. That's my era. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's named Romeo, because around that time, that was a popular name, Romeo, Romeo. Go to New York City, see that all over the place back in the day. It's like Romeo this and Romeo that. We need another sample sheet in here while we're talking. We need one more here. Oh. So I mean, you gotta have your samples in here, man. You gotta have your samples. You're gonna be testing your screens. You gotta have all of them up there. All our screens have been tested against all these certified screens. Gotta have your stack. We got more than this. We got way more than this. Yeah. Now you got it in my head. This guy, man, wrote it. I've got that song in my head from freaking breakdancing. Remember the one day it was in the Roxy and it was walking up. They was about to do the dance. They was about to get it in. I gotta watch that tonight. Thank you, dude. That's what I'm watching tonight. I'm watching some freaking some Beach Street. Beach Street. I was thinking about that. I was like, yeah. You a guy named Romeo. He's a Puerto Rican dude. He's a cool dude. He's half white, half Puerto Rican. He's this cool white dude. We consider him Puerto Rican name. We didn't make him he was white, but he was Puerto Rican to us. But anyway, this guy was cool as I know. All he did was just do tags all day. He just do tags in his art book. And there's this particular bridge he wanted to do. That was the funniest day of my life. Just came back from a party. He was drunk as a skunk. He literally did it too. He painted that thing upside down. So he basically practiced like all week long his tag, writing it upside down because he wanted it on this particular bridge. When he drove by, he wanted to see his tag right there. Man, we was up on this bridge, upside down, holding this boy by his ankles while he put this tag in. My boy on one side, the other side. If a cop had rode by, that would have been a hard thing to explain. Really hard to explain. Of course, he would have dropped the aerosol can right there from the door. So it would have looked like two brothers holding a guy over top of the bridge. And like I said, he was freaking, but he looked really, really like something. He was actually white, but it was a funny day that day, boy. He never laughed so hard in my life on that bridge. He got his tag up there, too. It was up there for a while before the city came and got rid of it, but man, yeah, all that stuff. We did all that crazy stuff, man. I remember that. Saturday morning, I get up. I worked at Pizza Hut, made my little bit of money. Then I worked over at City Blues over there, made a little money over there. Then my little odds and ends. Saturday morning come up. I got my fresh pair of Adidas. I got my freaking Levi jeans, are fitting real tight, bam, with the little cuffs on the end. I got my freaking leather jacket, and whole 9 yards. And Run DMC had the hat with the peacock feathers, gazelles, gold chains, had the 4-finger rings, all that. And I grabbed the boombox, put fresh door cells in them. And that Friday, they would play all the good music. You had to sit there because you didn't have the whole download stream. You had to sit there and pause when the DJ would start talking and then make it play. So you had to make sure he was there because you didn't want talking to come across your radio because this is radio going to be blasting outside. Everybody's going to hear your music. You got to make sure you got the best choice of music when you're out there walking around with that boombox. That's how I was when I was. You walk out there, got your fresh kicks, minute with your crew, and y'all go walk the streets with y'all music. And then when you get late at night, you go change into your other gear. You meet it with your other crew. Y'all jump on the train. You go out to New York City. You go to the Roxy. You go out there and you party out there. And then you're back in the house on Sunday, or if you go to church. And then Monday, back to work. That's how it was when I was coming up. I'm trying to find some more tape on this one. But yeah, that's how it was. So I grew up in that era right there. That's why I say his name Romeo. Basically brought back some memories. I was like, oh man, Romeo? She got a couple of them in the group. All right, we're trying to find some tape here because Mr. Bird did order frog tape, but frog tape didn't get here yet. We need that one white stamp on there too, right from the door. We usually had it done by now, but trying to salvage some tape here for me. You know what I mean? We don't have any more frog tape. And I need frog tape because we got to paint a motorized projection screen. Mind you, it's not going to take 7 days for it to dry. All right, we got some tape here. Oh, this is cinema gray? Yeah, here we go. This is the cinema gray right here. See how light this screen is? That's the cinema gray. Looks like the same color. Oh, no. You're not blocked. You're not blocked. We're putting you in timeout. I just sat there and said, Romeo, listen to me, man. What's wrong with you? I just sat there and said that I liked you. I'm not going to block you. Usually I block people who come here and say dumb stuff. I give you enough time to back yourself up. If you can't back yourself up, you get blocked. But you said something pretty interesting. So you're not blocked. You're not up. You're blocked. You wouldn't be on here at all, period. You wouldn't be able to pop back in the room. You're just in time out for a bit. That's all. All right. We're going to use in this demonstration the cinema gray. I like this one. You know why I like this acoustic screen right here? Because this screen has a 0.9. That's a really high for a white. It's a challenge. I like this. Now, you've seen already the demonstration as I'm putting these sample sheets up here, how the screen is blended into these high performance screens. So we have a screen over here over at 158. I didn't know that. All right, so we're here with the screens, the Cinema Gray D5. That's around $1,600, $1,600. We got Dark Star 9. That's $3,000. We got the daylight screen over there. That's about $45,000 to $5,000. And then we have this screen right here. So when I do these screens, I like to choose screens that one screen have a mid-gray. The best of a mid-gray would be that one. The gunmetal's a darker screen, and then a white screen. So we have a different shade of each one. Now, usually when hobbyists do this, we're going to call them hobbyists, do this, what they do is they'll just pick a screen that's close enough to the color of their screen, so that way they won't have too much conflict. We don't want that. We want conflict. We want plenty of conflict. Yes. So, as I said before, that what I'm trying to teach Mr. Romeo here, just because the screen produces a very high white level, it's not a good thing. It's an extremely bad thing. Let's see. Now let's find this one here. Let's start off again. Let's go back in. Now, mind, this is a screen paint we developed. Yes, 30 minutes. As I said before, all screen paints that we develop have to go through this test. These particular screens have to go through this test right from the door. So we'll start off with the white levels first. Sorry about that. I'm tired. All right. I was outside spraying my screen today, too. All right. So there we go. We're showing the white levels. Now, I love this part right here because usually people don't know. We'll come and go, well, look at the screens. I mean, right there, your screen's not producing a high enough white level. The other screen's going to produce an amazing color. Okay. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now, the reason why we do the solid colors, because I don't like to use the camouflage yet when people throw all the colors in, because you don't know exactly how well your screen's seeing red and how well it's not seeing red. Hey, Taco, what's going on, buddy? You're like, well, there you go right there. So that's why we got some of the screen pushed off onto the wall, because I could basically cookie cut it and stick it right in there to fit, but no, we don't do that. We splash some of it on the wall, too, because we want to show you that the wall, too, on how it reacts. The walls in here are colonial white. All right, there we go. Let me see. Let's go over to slow color change out. Make it a lot easier.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, the weather is like. But then again, these golfers golf in any kind of weather. So I live across the street from a golf course. I mean, literally right next to a golf course. I mean, so close to a golf course that I could climb over the gate and start playing golf that close. So I used to always think golfers like are really particular about when they go out and golf. You know, they don't go out golf in the rain and this, that, and the other. It has to be sunny outside, whatever. Oh, not these guys out here, man. These suckers golf 24/7. It could be fog, rain, thunderstorms. The only time I don't see them golf is when it snows, because they don't go out there when it snows. But they would. So I started thinking, like, either you love the game or you hate your family, or is it both? I don't know, one or the other. But they're out there. I mean, they're out there on Valentine's Day. I mean, they're out there 24/7. They're out there. And I see couples out there. Usually on Saturdays, they have like the professionals. You know, the pros come out. These guys come out. They got the hats, the gear, the gloves, the whole 9 yards. These guys are no joke. I watch a couple of them go out there and play. Man, they're like Tiger, man, worthy. They were good. They're really good. Then they have competitions out there. You know, all kinds of tournaments. It's pretty cool to watch. But a few of them are out there. Now, where my house is sitting at, if I look across, I got a sand dune right there, which is beautiful, because I see some of them get stuck in the sand dune. And there's one guy was out there, boy, he was making some sand castles that day. So when he came by, I mean, I wasn't trying to be rude. I just made a comment. It was kind of funny. I was like, did you leave any sand for anybody else? He gave me the middle finger and walked away. Can't get mad about it because I deserved it at the end of the day. But still, it's kind of funny to say. But like I said, they go out there and they golf. Some of them actually got up close to the gate and they were looking at the black screens. I fired one off one time. So, you know, they're pretty cool people. But other than that, it's interesting to watch. And I love golf. I love watching golf. So I'll go out there with a cup of, when I drink coffee. I'll go out there with a cup of tea and jump in my one of my out there my patio furniture, and I'll watch them play. Then they have it. They bring the teenagers out and the kids and stuff, and they teach them how to play golf. So it's pretty cool to watch. I would love to have a NASCAR track next to my house. That would be nice. I like NASCAR. So we're showing the slow color change out. So the screen's going to slowly change it out to different colors. And our screen is going to maintain a beautiful vivid colors, while the other screens, well, they're just having had a bowl of cereal. But then again, I did get up late. But I was up early in the morning this morning. I was up really, really freaking early. All right, so as you can see, you're going to see a lot of products come up, different colors. We got a blue one coming up, different colors going to be coming up under Phantom. These are going to be free color options, which means when you go on the website and you see the Phantom technology come down, it'll be a color screen that'll come up saying, hey, what color you want. That's going to be free. Some of these are going to be part of that. Some of these are going to be dedicated. Gamers are going to be dedicated. Go's going to be dedicated. And that Invisible is dedicated. It means they're a standalone by themselves. But anytime we show a product, if we don't get around to basically doing any of the tests right away, you'll know right from the door that the minute and 30 minutes of the product being made, you will see a 4 to 5 screen certified test done on it. But I love how the person said cookie cutters. No, buddy, cookie cutters are little small screens. What I mean by cookie cutters, you should not be using a cookie cutter as your main display screen. Let's Can I go walk around for a bit while this is going on? I'll show you some house. All right, so I got the remote controls to my projectors upstairs. Is he outside? Is your buddy outside? We're feeding this big old cat. I think I got food up there for him. All right, hold on for a minute. You guys sit right there. I'll feed my other big cat. And oh, by the way, when you do a demonstration, I say between night and day, and I told him that he has to take those products and put it against his product to show that there's a difference. You have to be to do that from a distance. You can't stand right up on top of the screen. You should be to sit back. Let's see, that's about 14 feet. 18 feet would be about right here. No, 22 feet is here. Because from here is I have a pretty long one room to the next. So you should be to sit right over here where my door is at. This is 22 feet and see the difference. See how you can see the difference between my screen and the certifieds from here? That's what you should be to pick up. That's what they mean by a difference between night and day. So in the demonstrations we've requested him to do, he has to be to take those screen paints, put it against his products, and show a difference between night and day from a distance. Can't be up on top of the screen and none of that nonsense like he did with the bare server screen. All right, let me see. You said cookie cutter screens, right? So let me show you how it works. When we first bring out a product, if we have a 100-inch or a 92-inch screen, a much larger screen, which I prefer to use because I need it on a much bigger scale. It's impossible to put 18 certified screens on a screen that's 5 by 5. See, no challenge. All right, so on top of that, kind of hard to do the distance, throwing other stuff. We got to do ultra short, though. We need a full-size screen. So if we don't have the screen available, we have to use the small screens, which are the 50s and 60s. The cookie cutter screen would be a 2x4, that little tiny screen. That's cookie cutter. So I'm the one that made the statement on what it is. Follow what it's called, and don't make up your own kind of ideas to it, because you're embarrassed yourself. All right. Let's see. Now, Phantom, 135 inch. Painted to my wall, which is a 4.3 screen for my console systems here on the floor, my Dreamcast over there, my Sony and all that good stuff. This is for my 4.3 setup. My toys over there. Something cool, ain't it? Let's go into the tech room. We don't use the attic yet. This is the tech room. And here, 92-inch motorized projection screen on the floor. That is a 60-inch 235.1 screen that was custom designed. See, look, rather than I had to go to a place to get that done. Over here, we have a 150-inch acoustic screen. Romeo. Acoustic. Sound travels through that. It's one of my gaming screens. Projectors. We got ultra short throws on the floor. That's my stack over there. We got short throw. We got a Chrissy 7000 lumen projector. We got a Sony VPL FA36. Chrissy's at the bottom. Epson. Another big boy long throw. Chrissy at the top. Did we forget anything? Where's the portables at? Oh, we got some portables down there for some other test demonstrations we do. We test up screens on everything. Oh, over here we have a 155-inch painted to the wall. This is the biggest screen in the house. Motorized, and all that stuff like that. Oh, I got my sunlight in here too. It's just. Oh, and by the way, this screen right here, 30 minutes to paint it. Well, actually, less than 30 minutes to paint it. It dries in 30 minutes, not 7 days. Do 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 do. You can roll them up and down anytime you want. That screen cost me $98. That's the acoustic right there. I love that one the most. Oh, I can't really say that. This screen we don't use. This screen used to be an arcade room in here, but this is Taco's room. This room belongs to him. Yeah, my cat is on. We're still working on it, but the ceiling's a projection screen, which I actually am going to hook up projectors in there because he likes to look at the stars at night. So I'm going to hook up a whole star here. Taco, this is your room? That's your room right there? Yeah, this is his room. Cat got his own room. All right. There used to be an arcade room in there. Let's see while we're passing through the house real quick. 126-inch screen, elite screen edgeless. This is going to be converted into a levitating acoustic screen. 148 inches over here. Crap. Where's my fire stick? Over here.
Welcome to the There we go.
See all those colors blending in together, how beautiful that looks? See that? So you use a screen paint of 30 minutes to develop 4 certified screens on a projector that Romeo thought was 4K, using 4K picture shifting technology. At the end of the day, it's just an old projector that anybody can afford. Let's see. Let's go down here. Down in the basement, we have a 92-inch for testing. We have a 106-inch screen right here. And the kitchen, that is right there, is a 70-inch painted to the wall. Step over here for the minute. Let's go outside and take a peek out here. What's the weather like out here? Oh, man. What the heck am I going to be outside today? Doing inside. That's a 135-inch screen right there. Down below, we got 250-inch side by side. I think I might have that posted to the video, the 150 inches. Oh, heck, I'm outside today. Heck yeah. Shoot, it's nice out here. Oh, wow. Oh, we're going to play on this today. This is my black 135-inch screen. If the weather stays like this. Now, I was wondering why we saw so many golfers out here. There's a lot of golfers out here today. Wait. That still ain't bad. That wind is still ain't too bad. We can still work with it. Man, that feels good. Take my, I got my Horizon running, or I got my Wi-Fi's on. I gotta take that off for a minute. I need to walk around out here for a little bit. I think I want to go back in now. Underneath it, we got 250 inches underneath it. On that right there, that stand, that's a stand I built. That's made that it can accommodate a screen size up to 120 inches. So I got to do is just lock it on those two rails, and I can put any size screen, as long as it can fit in between here and here. Which I'm thinking that I'm going to change out. What's this right here? Oh, that's the gold. That's the one we just painted. That's the one that's in the next room over there. It's producing that dark contrast over. That's the color of that screen. Yeah, this one we painted on freaking we painted this on we painted this screen on Facebook. That's the color of it. But when you look at that screen, it looks black, doesn't it? Yeah, so that mimic contrast technology we have in it. But yeah, this is what this setup's for. So I built this right here so I can put any size screen I want to put up here. This is my gaming section right here. And that's my black screen right there. Think about it. First things first, none of your business. Right from there. That is definitely none of your business. And I'm not going to explain it to you at all, but that's definitely none of your business. Or you can get on out of here. Bye-bye. That is none of your business. I've already explained that in a couple of segments, the reason why the customer didn't get the 135-inch screen, because I have to put my screen there first before I can give them the screen. That's why. And I already have plans already to customize a acoustic screen. But my plate's pretty full because with me testing all the new technology I'm developing and destroying everybody else's product in the process, that is true though, that is true, I have to make time. I'm a very busy person. And if you've seen my ship out dates, they get really, really complicated. So I have changed out my screens more times than most people have changed out their screens in their own homes. Over there in that section, I had 135, 126, a 100 inch, a two 235.1s, one at 150 inch, one at 172 inches. Screen over here was a 100 inch, 127 inch, and now it's about to be a 132 inch levitating acoustic screen. So yeah, when I get time, I always take care of the customer. But as I said before, it's none of your business at the end of the day. You're just jealous because, as I said, you don't even know what a cookie cutter is to begin with, Rome. But I'm going to keep you, Rome. I'm going to keep you. You know why? Because you made that comment. Now, meanwhile, while you're still in here talking your blip, 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 and I'm walking through the house and I'm showing you my screens all through my house, you're watching my technology right here take on 4 certifies at 30 minutes. And you're still doing this. You're watching my screen produce a beautiful turtle right up there at the top with all the lights on a $140 projector. And you're still talking. This is why I said, you know, you pro boys, boy, y'all don't have nothing at all. At the end of the day, y'all don't show me nothing. You can't back up your products, nothing. All y'all do is run your mouths all day long. Meanwhile, I can talk, but I can walk around and show you my technology at the same time while I'm doing it. If I tell you my screen can take on certifies, they can do certified. If I can do it on projectors that cost my customers next to nothing, I can show you that. If I can show you I can do technology in 30 minutes and have it do this to a certified screen, I can do that. Can my screens produce outside? Oh, go check my channel. You can see when you first come in the intro, you'll see my screen displayed on a massive level. No cookie cutters. I can show this screen off on that projector. You know the projectors on the floor? That's an NEC projector. You know what they were developed for? They were developed for schools, churches, stuff like that. Mostly a hospital. That projector is only designed to do a screen size of 80 inches. That's it. No more, no less. But they said if you go past 80 inches, what's going to happen is your screen's going to deteriorate and the pixels are going to become like, what do you call it? The pixels are going to deteriorate at the end of the day because you're going to be maxing out your pixel capabilities. I have demonstrations where I can produce this screen on this massive size and hit the screen at a 190-degree viewing angle and still display a crystal clear image from one section to the next. Well, you got people that are sitting up there in poorly lit environments trying to squeeze an image in a little tiny 100-inch, or I don't even think it's 100, it's like a 92-inch at the most. Oh, wait, let's get this here real quick. Let's get some contrast in there too. So at the end of the day, my customers don't have to spend the money for expensive projectors and all this other nonsense. The only reason why people were going near those Valve projectors because they gave the claim that you could get this massive 150-inch. The only projector I saw that could do that was a Dell, and that was a $6,000 projector. The Dell had a 5,000 lumen, actual 5,000 lumen, because the pixel projectors that came out at that particular time, the WeMax and all of them, they first came out, they were claiming to be 5,000 lumens, give you a 150-inch screen, and they were using pixel shifting. Let me tell you about the pixel shifting. You can't compress an image and basically expand an image at the same time. It doesn't work that way. It's one or the other. That's why the majority of the demonstrations I've seen on those projectors, I've never actually seen one on 150 inches. I only see them at 120. You put them past 150, that pixel shifting is no longer working anymore because now you've expanded the projector beyond its maximum capabilities. Where are you going to get the extra pixels to push in to make the screen tight enough to give you the sharper image? That's why the best viewing point for that projector would probably be at 100 inches. That's it. 120, be pushing it. And all the demonstrations for it being this massive amount of lumens, when they first came out, it was going to be 5,000 lumens. How do you have a projector that's sitting less than a foot, 2 feet, 2 inches from a screen, or less than that, and you got 5,000 lumens? You have any idea how powerful 5,000 lumens is? That's a 5,000 lumen projector I'm using right now. Do you have any idea how powerful that would be if that was sitting next to a screen that was 2 feet away from a screen? Oh my goodness. And then you're hitting a white wall or a white screen with that. You know what happens when you hit a white screen with a high power projector, right? Causes a thing called this oversplash effect where the light reflects off the walls and ceilings and everything. It would be like someone actually lit up the bat signal in your living room. That's what we give off. That's a lot of power to be bouncing off a screen. That's why when you're dealing with projectors of these big caliber projectors, like, the long throw projectors, of course, they're going to have 10,000 and 5,000, depending on how big the venue projector is, because this is a projector that's expected to be pushed back a good maybe 30 feet back. And depending on how much lumens you have on the projector and at the distance thrown where the screen's going to be at and how much lumens or gain the screen is required to actually generate an image to give back so you can see from the projector. You don't think about any of that stuff when you guys come in my channel and start talking. You just start talking, and you don't understand what the freak you're talking about. I ain't trying to be rude here, but I got to break it down for you so you can understand. That's how it works. So that's why I figure the ultra short throw projectors is a joke for me, because at the end of the day, it's a projector that's literally sitting up on top of the screen. The throw distance isn't there. You're going to have a rougher time with a projector. Say if you take 2,000 lumens and you put it on an ultra short throw and you stick it up on top of your screen for 2 inches and you take 2,000 lumens and you throw it back a good 14, 15 feet in a fully lit environment. Which one do you think is going to pull the better image? The one with the shorter distance. Oh, there you go, right there. So that's why when it comes to short throws, you're not required to have 3,000 and 4,000, all that. You don't need it. You're sitting right up on top of the screen. You could do it with 900. You could do it with 1,000 at the most. You don't even need all that power to begin with. So I knew they were over embellishing with these particular projectors. And they would say, oh, it's a pixel shifting technology. At the end of the day, you just bought a basic 1080p projector. That's what you bought. Bought a 1080p projector for $3,100. Could have just went out and bought an Optima GT55 or 56 and just got one of them. Because at least at the end of the day, you have 1080p. You have contrast. These projectors, such garbage, man. That's why I said our technology won't work with them at all, period. And their light source is not even the real deal because they don't really pick up the way they're supposed to pick up. Every demonstration I've seen of those projectors, poorly lit environment or extreme dark environment on a projector that's sitting on top of a screen. Is sitting in the dark. That's the first red flag that would pop up. Now the Dell, that monster on the other hand, that's an actual 5,000 lumen projector. That's a 4K laser projector, no pixel shifting. That's a $6,000 machine. The difference. But they're hard to get. I don't know why, they're just really hard to get. I had a couple customers that wanted me to track a few of them down. I don't know why Dell doesn't make them like that, but they should. Yep. A whole lot of stuff. I mean, I could go on and on about 235.1. And people out there trying to figure out how to get the 235.1 settings, particular aspect ratio settings for a projector are expensive. Usually the high-end projectors have that capability, that 235.1 setting. But a lot of people didn't realize that ViewSonic had on the projectors the entire time. If you got the 2016, 2017 models, they had the 235.1 option in their projectors. Even their projectors that come in at 600 by 800 res, 720p SVGA, basic VGA projector has a 235.1 setting. Now, if ViewSonic doesn't advertise this, they sure enough don't post it. Because when I bought one, and I bought a short throw because I had a 200-inch screen when I was living in West Philadelphia. I was going through my selection and I saw a 235.1 popped up and I dropped my remote control. That's how rare it is to find one of them on an everyday basic cheap projector. You're not going to find one on a $500 projector. You're not going to find it on $1,000 or $2,000. These are the expensive, the JVCs, the big boy Sonys, the ones with like a giant transformer fingernail sticking up on your ceiling. Yeah, those projectors would have that option on it. Got to pay a little money to get that option. But to find one on a projector that costs $500, so I started doing some research. Started buying up their projectors. I bought their PX747 4K projector. It had it on it. I bought a WXGA projector at 4,000 lumens. It had it on it. I went down and bought the cheapest projector, which was a 600 by 800 res 720p. Paid $139 for the projector. It had it on it. 235.1 setting on it. So I called ViewSonic and said, how come this is something you don't advertise? Because some people love 235.1 settings. Now, the only options you have, if you're doing 235.1, you have the option of the large camera wide angle, which I've done that before. You buy a camera lens, which is has a wide angle, and you have to configure that to fit to your projector. Put it in 1610, and then it'll give you that somewhat image, but the images do come distorted, just to let you know on that one. There's an adapter that they make that slides over top your projector, that slides back and forth, that does it, but they're like $1,400 for just for the lens. Or you can just go out and spend 10, 20 grand and just buy one of the big boy projectors, or 30,000, and get the option in there. But then now ViewSonic put that option in there, and they never advertised it, not one time. The only way you could find about that is somebody could tell you about it. That's the only way you can find out. So there's a lot of stuff in projectors that people don't know about at all, period. A lot of things you don't know about them. Acer had a gaming projector. If you know about that one, Acer had a gamer projector that had something called a bending box. I have no idea where that went to. I think they sold that technology off to the highest bidder at the end of the day. I really do believe that. Because no one knows exactly what happened to the bending box, but it was pretty cool. Hold on for a minute. Starfield screensaver. I gotta put some contrast on it too. I wonder if she bounced me out or I'm gonna be still in. Ah, she did bounce me out. So let me get that Starfield. I'm gonna get the New York City, then we'll do the Starfield. I'm gonna do my contrasts next. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff, man, that projectors have that you don't know about. The people think they know everything about projectors. No, you don't know.
Shop our Winter Fest event online now to pick up at the store.
But yeah, the bending box. I was going to buy that because that had made my job so much easier when doing curved screen setups. So what are we going to have for breakfast? And that's past breakfast. Lunchtime. That's what I had breakfast, man. We should pass here. Man. Turn the heat off. I was wondering why it was so hot in here from out there. Why is it so hot in the house? We're going to get rain now. We're going to get rain. Is he out there? Hold on. Come on, baby man. Baby man, okay? Well, she's angry about me, right? She's right here. Wait a minute. I'm going to track down the end of the dish. Apparently we had some high winds yesterday. Dish went missing. Boom, gone. Boom, boom. food. I'm getting the food. I'm so angry. Wow. Angry all the time. Wow. Got trash get off too. Back up, come on. Back up, move. Move, back up. There you go. Got the air coming in, buddy boy. Yeah, we're done here. All right, so we had some fun. A little bit of conversations here with people. We get the angry naysayers to come in. They're entertaining. I do enjoy your company. I really do. Romeo. And there's our white levels right there. Boom. If the screen can produce a high enough white level, it'd be virtually impossible for it to be able to bring up colors, contrast levels. So actually you need colors, color white levels for colors. But there's my white level display right there. Let's bring up the Skyworth food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, man, come on. Push that on me for me. Did it right the first time. Where's the mother phone? Is that okay? Right here? Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Let's try it again. Skyworth food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
So you're not going to see this paint anytime soon. Like I said, we got other projects we're working on. We're just showing you what we have for right now. Later on, we'll add it to the cart when we get time around to test it. Right now, we don't have the time to test it. I got the acoustic technology I'm working on right now, and I got the gamer technology I'm working on. So really don't have time to really get into the screen right now. I'm just showing you what we got. So we got 2 screen paint products. I haven't figured out what we're going to call the other one yet. It has a question mark attached to it. That's the one that has that kind of weird, kind of grayish, kind of weird color to it. So those 2 right there are just going to be on the, they're going to be tests, marked as test screens for right now. We don't have any purpose for them right now until we finish the rest of what we got to do now. All right, well, that's it right there. Go, man. Open and shut at the same time. I want you to get back up. Just trying to find lane. Don't worry, Crow Boys, I like y'all. I like how when y'all get desperate, y'all just try to find anything. You went out there and you're supposed to get that screen to the customer. Just run out, man. Y'all that desperate for I don't know what you want at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, look, I can come on here, say what I gotta say, and back my technology at the same time, which I'm doing right now. What you mad about, man? You so grumpy. Always grumpy. What's the dealio, man? What's the dealio? Why are you so grumpy? Like a grumpy, man. Grumpy. Grumpy 24/7. Wow. Frustrating, Daddy. Frustrating. Frustrating. That's why at the end of the day, I really don't pay the Crow Boys anymore. I don't. And what would be the point at the end of the day? I know I can come in here and say what I got to say and back my product at the same time.
I'm so thankful to have my home full of friends.
3 generations around the table.
What time we got in the day already?
3 more in Clarendon. Home is where the holidays happen.
I'm gonna get into my Far Cry, get some food, get into my Far Cry, blow some stuff up. You got people showing demonstrations where they got window light right here, window light over here, and they're gonna look at the light. My screen's 126 inches. It sits in windows. You see my bay area right here? Everything in this area is bone white. So all this light is reflected in this area right now. My windows are the same height as my screen. They're double windows. So instead of somebody showing you a demonstration of their ultra short throw sitting right up on top of the screen where my speakers are at, right? They're showing you a demonstration like that, and the window light is all the way back there. Opposite, my projector sits back 18 feet from my screen. My screen's 126 inches, which makes it far larger than his screen, and it sits in windows all day. And these aren't dark curtains. These are veneers. I can see right through my curtains. So when my curtains, the way these are designed, people walk in, my mailman, they can't see it, I can see out. See how much light filters through these bad boys? And I'm sitting back here watching somebody trying to show a demonstration of some window light pushing through a art little cabinet with some Batman figures in it, showing a screen where the projector is sitting right up on top of the screen. That's the fail part right there. Now, if you had a long throw in there, it would have to need more light than that. I mean, that screen literally would have to be hit with physical light. But at least if you had a long throw in there, that'd be something. But you had an ultra short throw, which means the light, if you understand the physics, how light works, if your ultra short throw is sitting as close as my center speakers right there, and light from here is traveling from here, so you have no wall here and a wall here, so there's nothing here making contact with the screen, just that screen right there. So the light traveling from here is going to have to go from here and make contact to the screen. Now, depending on how much light's coming through, depends on how much light where the screen is sitting at is well lit. If it's dark here and light here, that means the light is only traveled to a certain degree before it starts to fade off. You ever notice that when you watch it? Well, of course, some people don't see that, but we see it on our end. So you see how bright the walls are behind the back of the screen? Light's making contact with the screen. My projector sits back at 18 feet from my screen, which means the light makes it to my screen before the projector gets there. Where in his demonstrations, the projector gets there before the light gets there. Because the ultra short throw is sitting 2 inches and 2 feet and 2 inches from the screen. He has no light here or here, and his light's behind him. By the time that light peeks through that window, through those statues and that overcrowded area where those windows are at, and makes contact across that room, that's why where the screen is sitting at, it's dark in that area. There you go. But y'all don't take it into mind. Some people don't take that into mind. But people that have been in this business for a while, they see all that. That's why the only people that he can fool with that demonstration are the ones that don't know any better. Those are the only ones that get fooled by it. Anybody else has been in the field for a bit, they can look at it and go, well, yeah, whatever, that's blah, blah, blah. Move on. It's all about, like I said, when he shows that, I found that kind of funny. When I saw the demonstration of him showing over, like, dude, your projector's sitting right up against your screen. Yeah. No, I have never played Uncharted yet. I've never played that. I've never played God of War. Yeah, you gotta take that into consideration, people. Gotta see what you gotta see. Golly. 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 Now, I told you, I'm not a man who basically runs his mouth. I like to talk it up. Let me show you why. See this demonstration right here? See how the curtains are all blocked right there? Well, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I gotta get me a chair for this one. Hold on, maybe back. I didn't even know yet. We got the line there. I was trying to say, like, why is my machine shifted a little bit? All right. So let me show you something right here. So you can see this from the door. This is what you need to see. Now, problem we have here, and I'll show you the problem we have here. Turn our monitor around here. See how dark it is in these corners right here? See how dark those corners are? If you had actual, see the lights right here, but see how it gets dark in those corners? If you had actual physical light making contact, that entire wall would have been illuminated easily. Now let's go back to the very first beginning. You see right here, this is all washed out. See how when you look at the demonstration, you see the lines in the pudding that's coming down? They're supposed to continue on from here to here. This is all washed out. This is the screen washed this out. It's not supposed to look like that. Let me get my big screen over here too. We're done with this other one. But I want you to look at that. That's a washed out image. That's the name of Phantom. That's a monster. When I constructed the formula for this thing was designed to be concentrated. This is an insane screen. I'm waiting for your shopping carts to open up for this one. Oh, I can't wait. A little bit more. There we go. And this one's already I'm not ready yet. Still got more testing to go. We got an 18 certified to do against this big boy. This one's a monster. Oh yeah. When I sat there and told you I was going to make a gaming version, this thing was going to be absolutely insane. Was not joking. This thing's a monster. Romeo keeps coming in chain. Romeo, stop changing your name. Be you and be happy to be you. Time out again for you. This is how you screen. I find it funny how you jokers are coming in still talking trash. Look at this, man. I just got finished doing all this. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Now, sorry. If you need to reach me, this is not the place to reach me for business. Because automatically from the door, I'm going to basically put you in a timeout. So don't try to reach me here. Contact me through email. Because anybody's going to try to do business with me through a stream, and I've seen people do it, don't do that. I'll put you in a timeout for that. Or I just won't do business with you at all at the end of the day. Because if you need to reach me, don't put your business out there. You put your business professionally through an email, or you basically call me. But if you do that nonsense, at the end of the day, I'm refusing your order. You can't buy from us. Because I don't do business that way. That's not professional. You need to reach me. You don't put your business out there for everybody else to talk about. I don't discuss that. You discuss that through an email or you discuss that through a cell phone. That's how we do it. Look how beautiful that color looks. That's the guy thought my projector was 4. He thought my projector was 4K pixel shifting. Now we got the old relics over here. No, we don't use them. Look at that beautiful that image look. We still got to get a little bigger than that. This is the gaming technology. A little bit in. There we go. Now, I understand, Romeo, you want to talk about the screen we just painted, the cookie cutter. That's what you called it. This is the screen when they're displayed on the actual sides we put them on at the end of the day. So now my screen's going to flex on you. You said my screen was dull, right? That's what you said? All right. If you want, I mean, you could show me what product you got. We could try to buy it from him, but I doubt that's going to happen. He's probably going to cancel the order and do it side by side. Or you just make the products we have that we show you how to make, and you can do it that way and post the video, you know, whatever. All right, let's go over here. We got the, I want to get a little bit more in the screen size, man, because we can, it's 106 inch. I want to get my whole screen in here as close as possible. There we go. That's why I like the edgeless screens. They're gorgeous. And keep in mind, the reason why I can get it to fit in there perfectly, because for those of you who don't know about lens shifting, it is beautiful. Man, I'm telling you, once you get lens shifting, you can't go back to regular projectors. You don't have to worry about moving the projector and mounting it. I can put my technology. I don't have to sit there and mount my projector and try to angle and keystone and all that nonsense. No, sit up there, whoop, 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 done. That's it. Sounded like the Three Stooges. So that's the gamer. So we'll let that play over there. Now let's get back to this. Oh, wait. Let me see what's going on over here in my other account too. Look how beautiful the colors on that screen. When I did the Phantom Gamer, when I told you, when I was sitting on camera, I said, oh, you have no idea what just went through my head a few minutes ago. So the ingredients, and I can't tell you what it is, that went into design this screen is insane. This screen is designed to pull out amazing colors. And mind you, this is only 5% technology. It's nowhere near finished. Nowhere near even finished. Only 5%. It still hasn't been tested on 18 certifieds. Ultra short tests haven't been done on it yet. None of the tests have been done on it yet. Get something else. We've done that. Which one right here? Oh, we haven't done this one yet. But let's get back to this real quick. Oh, what's over here? All right, let me see. We got something new for the Tri channel too. There's my screen over there displaying. But let me show you what we got here. All right, so let's break this down. Now, as I told you before, you can see right here where the screen is faded out. It is. This is washed out. That's supposed to be nice and bright right in there. That's not supposed to be washed out right there. So, let's keep going on here real quick. Now see how the image pulls up better? Usually when you're dealing with darker levels on these gray screens, they have a really hard time picking up contrast levels. Now if you notice that in the demonstration, he didn't turn the camera around to show you the light coming through. He only showed you when he had the brighter color display. That way he can go in there, he can brag about it. If you look at it right here, see, he's going to push back to the lights right here. Your environment is still dark. You know why? Look at this blockage, right? You got these objects in your window blocking as much light as possible. Your shades are pulled down. I know your awnings don't drop that far down. So you got your shades dropped to keep any light from coming in. There is no light coming through this at all. What is this right here? Are you really considering this to be something that, why? Oh my goodness, I swear, the corner cutting, these demonstrations have no freaking mercy whatsoever. And he is showing demonstrations in this dark little environment. That little bit of light is doing nothing at all. Most of it's being blocked up with the statues that you have in there. If you're going to do a demonstration, what you need to do is remove all this stuff. Take all this stuff out. Take those curtains and put them blinds, push them all the way up to the top. Right up here. This is where they should be at. This is where they should be at. It's so dark, it's even dark in the corners where the initial light is actually taken off from. That's another huge red flag. Why is it so dark in here? So like I said, go back here. See where the pudding's being displayed? See how washed out it's right here? Contrast levels is not going to pick up on this screen paint at all. Now he's not going to turn the camera around and show you the light yet. He's going to wait till he gets an image up there. It's going to show a much better picture improvement. Watch. Now he's going to turn his camera and show you. They got to pick and choose. So he's saying all this light right here. See where the light comes as far as right here? This is where it's going to stop. It's not going to produce any light here because he has a bookcase here. So any light coming through is going to be stopped by this. That's why if you look at the back of the bookcase, there's no more. The light here is not the same as it is there. It gets darker as it travels through. That's not black, Crow. That's actually like a gray. There is no way in the world that's black. Look how washed out that looks. It's supposed to look like this. And this screen's not even black. This is a gamer. You see how dark the back of the gamer screen is? I don't know how in the world you're passing that off as black. See where the tortoise is sitting? See how dark the background is? No, that don't work, buddy. Look at this. Let me show you something. If you're going to show off an ambient light demonstration, this is how it's supposed to be done. So where my screen sits at, my screen is 126 inches, and it sits in a bay of windows. There are windows on both sides of my screens. My screen is so big that basically it meets up to the top of the windows. My ceiling screen has more light right now hitting it than that screen right now. And my screen on the ceilings is 150 inches. How beautiful that image pops up. That's what you want. And you're on an ultra short though at that. $3,000 projector. And keep in mind, Digital One Crystal Screen Paint can do the same thing. I can go downstairs and mimic the exact same video demonstration on Digital One Crystal Screen Paint product. It's great black paint. It's going to do the same thing. The only problem is going to do the same. You can't pick up contrast levels. So those try to stay as clear as way from contrast levels as much as possible. Because if anything pops up, it's going to give off a dark, it's going to wash out. See right here? It's not supposed to look like this. This is supposed to be dark. food collection, LG.
Getting out from YouTube.
See when that background comes up, jet black? That's how it's supposed to look. Supposed to have levels of contrast levels. If your levels are all blending in together, that's not good. Got to be to separate the two. Or 3, or 4, or 10. My goodness. Let's keep going through this. The white levels are outstanding on the screen. They are amazing. Watch this. See how the background is black? So this is brown. See how that's white. Let's see if we get any contrast levels in this in any time whatsoever. Now when you're supposed to show off a demonstration displaying dark chocolate, you're not supposed to have a faded image. The colors are not supposed to wash out. See how realistic that looks? That's how it's supposed to look when you display food products. So the bone whites are.
I found her.
That's how it's supposed to be done.
I found her. I'm in love with her. I'm doing it.
Really. Okay. But this product does the same thing our products do. The only thing it does. Oh, wait. Perfect example. Just found it. This is exactly what I was looking for. Hold on for a minute. I knew I'd seen this somewhere before. Now, you see the screen right here? You see how it's discolored? It's not supposed to be that color. It's supposed to be dark around the edges. You know why? Because that's the way it's supposed to look. That's how it's supposed to be displayed. Mind you, my projector here is a long throw, and my projector is a 1080p projector. This is an old projector. That's a P2 right there. I think it's supposed to display way more colors than my projector has over here. But there's nothing wrong with the projector. It's the screen that's having the issue. The projector is perfectly fine. It has the capability to produce an outstanding image. The only problem is the screen is messing it up. because it can't pick up the contrast level. It's supposed to be more color in this image. It's supposed to have this gold around it, then you have it fades into this real dark edges around it, and you can see the chocolate pouring down. That's how it's supposed to look. This is washed out. That's why it has that tannish look around the edges of the screen. And mind you, that screen at the end of the day, it's not black, it's not gray. That has an odd color to that screen, and it has contrast shifting, color enhancement technology, and that white heightener, and it can pick up better contrast levels than that product over there. Now, if we did the digital crystal screen paint, the digital crystal screen paint would react the same way this would. That's why I told you, when you're looking at these demonstrations, y'all have no idea how much color you're literally not seeing in the demonstrations. Even in the dark, you're missing color. We've done that many times before. You're not getting what you think you're getting from your projector. Look at the difference of that right there. And look at the difference of that right there. There you go. Digital crystal screen paint does the exact same thing that product does right there. That's why at the end of the day, if they can sit there and complain like Romeo came in here and said, oh, but that's not a personal mix. Well, how do you know it's not a personal mix? Have you seen him do any demonstrations showing his product on these screen paints that we made? Did he do any of them live at all, showing that that's not his product? Oh, he hasn't done, then how do you know it's not? All right, then you have nothing to argue about until you sit there and show me a demonstration of him making all those products live, all the ingredients one by one, and displaying them. Until then, you can't say that they are there or not, because in the day, he can't back it up. And so I was waiting for him to say, oh, did you back your product against black paint? Oh, I was waiting for you to say that so badly. I was hoping you would. Hey, boom, here's your links right here. How many you want? How many? Shoot, you kidding me? I just sent you that one when I was drawing on a screen. That pretty much does it right there. Let me see something for a minute. I don't know why you're showing your counter. Your room is too dark. It's way too dark in there for you to be showing a counter in that environment. Your screen is washed out, completely washed out. Your white levels, sad enough, your white levels are not even high enough, and they should be much higher than that for a screen that light. Look right. You see how washed out that is? It's not. It's supposed to be darker than that. That's washed out. Never should look like that. His projector has a 2,000,000 to 1 contrast ratio. Think about that for a minute. This projector we have here only has a 2,000 to 1 contrast ratio. Do you see what I'm seeing now? There you go. His color's washed out. My screen is bigger than your screen. My screen is 106 inches. This is the elite 106-inch screen. It's bigger than yours. And I have more light in my environment than yours. And look how washed out. Look how your dark levels are coming out washed out right here. It's so washed out. Look at the red. Look how washed out the red is. That is really, really bad. That is not acceptable. And you're using an ultra short throw projector, which means you're sitting 2 feet 2 inches from your screen, while my projector is sitting back at 14 feet. Yeah, that's the way you want to go. Meanwhile, here, welcome to the light. This is what we do over here in this section. My projector sits back 18 feet from the screen. And there's my screen over there producing and all that window light. And you're sitting there worrying about that little bit of light you got coming from peeking behind your bookcases and your toys and stuff. You're worrying about that little bit of light coming through. Oh, you got to be kidding me. That's why I sit here and laugh when you jokers come in this room talking. You kidding me? Really? At the end of the day? Come on now. Look at that. Compared to this. So you go out and you spend $3,000 for a projector. Then I go out and spend $270 for a projector. Yeah, okay. I know what I'm gonna be doing with my extra money. I'm buying some other stuff I want to go buy. My goodness, are you kidding me? This is what y'all guys come on my channel and rant about and carry on about. This is what you're coming in here to rant about, really, at the end of the day. So which screen we want to use? Do we want to use the ceiling to have some fun with? The big screen over here, or do we want to peek over and look at my other screen over here that's having a flawless performance? While you guys are sitting there, I'm talking about the naysayers personally. While you guys are sitting there coming into my room talking all this trash about how his products are supposed to be this, that, and the other. Do you see these big windows I have here sitting up here? You see the size of my screen? The distance of where my projector sits back? And you want to be in here talking nonsense? I'm sitting right here away from my projector, and you can see my screen fire up on my ceiling with the light in the middle of it. And you come in my channel talking about how my, oh, please. Let me see if I got anything blocking my windows, like any statues or anything. Nope. No, nothing. Just these curtains, and these curtains are thin. Look at this. Nope, nothing. Plenty of light pushing back and forth, right? No problem at all. Huh, interesting. This for the naysayers. My customers, I love you to death. For the naysayers that come in here running their mouths, you don't see this stuff going on in here? Really? You need me to fire my $60 projector up and hit my screen over there and show you this, turn my camera, show you at a 190 viewing angle? That is washing what real, true technology and screen paint looks like. That's not it. My Digital One Crystal Screen Paint can do the exact same thing that product can do. And we've given him the option to do it. But he won't do it. So that tells you something right there. You're supporting some, coming in here ranting and supporting somebody who can't even back their own product. So let's see what else he's going to be playing on here. And he got the nerve to show a meter in that dark environment. Shoot. Taku's freaking cat cave picks up more light than that. Like I said, when it comes to these screen paints, these gray screen paints, they gotta stick to the bright colors. And we're gonna mimic this exact same demonstration on a Crystal Edge, a Digital One Crystal Screen Paint downstairs. That's free. But but it's not the same thing. Well, if it's not the same thing, then how come we won't do the demonstration? All right then, what's the problem? I got this habit of talking and not backing things up. I don't know what goes on with that one. Gotta be to back it up. Room is too dark. You shouldn't have this. You see those shadows in those corners? They shouldn't be there. Colors are off on its projector. This is a calibrated projector. These colors are off on its projector by a lot. You see how dull the color looks here? It's supposed to be bright, vivid. This is a food commercial, a food demonstration. Food demonstration, the color's gonna be saturated with color, gonna be bright, beautiful. That's how it is. They're not supposed to be dull. Let's go back to that one right there. On mine. Pause it right there for him. Might be show the background for that donut. Let me get this one right here. It's supposed to look realistic. The same white levels, they glorify that they can pull off. And dark technology does the exact same thing with no problem. The only difference is they can't see contrast or color. We can do the same thing their screens can do with no problem. That's why I said it's an obsolete product. So I'm curious if he showed this one right here with that donut. Because there's some very heavy black backgrounds going on in that donut shot. It's not in here. Nope. I would expect it not to be in there because that's a very dark contrast level right there. And this screen would have a very hard time. I'm gonna make sure. I'm scanning through. Make sure we got this. No, he's not showing that part. Because that's a very serious, that's a lot of contrast triggering off right there in that one shot. Nope, he's not showing that. There's no way in the world he's gonna show that. Contrast levels are way too high in that one. So they gotta pick and choose. They can't use those particular shots because the screen won't be able to pull up. This is a long demonstration. This one shows everything. This is one I like to use. He's missing a lot in the demonstration. I'm looking at it frame by frame. There's so much missing out of it. We already established this already. He's definitely not picking that up. See, what they'll do is they'll stick next to the bright colors. The bright colors come off better for them. That's why you'll never see any Starfield demonstrations, no OLED fish, nothing in those demonstrations at all, period. They have to pick and choose what they can use and what they can't use. Sad thing about this is when you get it home, you will not be using it in our demonstrations because a lot of people, when they see our demonstrations trying to prove us wrong, will try to do the same thing we're doing over here, and then they'll be calling us later on in the day like, yeah, can't get the screen to do this and can't get the screen to do that. Yeah, because it wasn't designed for it, that's why. Because when you cut corners, you don't show everything, you're going to have those problems. That's what's going to happen. Now, you see the difference here? How dark the chocolate looks here? You see how washed out and faded it looks there? There you go. It's supposed to look like this, not that. That's washed out. Can't even pick up brown correctly. That's not supposed to have that discoloration all in here. This is what y'all don't see. A lot of y'all see these not saying a lot, but the naysayers see this, and they go, oh, but I can see from your point of view, you think because you can see the screen, doesn't make a difference how much light you have in the environment, how bad the image may look. As long as you can make out the screen, y'all consider that to be acceptable. No, it's not. That's a trashy screen at the end of the day. So let's say you go down to Best Buy, you go buy yourself a $15,000 OLED TV, you come home and it looks like this. You taking it back or you keeping it? You're taking it back. Because it's supposed to look like that on the other end right there. You're not supposed to have that discoloration in the corners. That's going to tell you right there there's something wrong with your screen if you got discolorations popping up all over your screen like this. So that's unexcusable. At the end of the day, that screen is supposed to show an image from corner to corner, and it's supposed to be crisp. It's supposed to be bright, vivid, and supposed to have beautiful deep colors, not this washed out discoloration to it. And unlike, if you notice, when he's doing the demonstration, he has none of his lights on where the screen's at. None of the lights are on where the screens are at. The only light he has is coming from the window, strictly. That's basically about it. Where's all this lighting you're used to showing off in your demonstrations? And now, like I said, they pick and choose. Environment lightings don't ever change. It's always the same way. We come in here, we turn this light on, we have lights on the back, that's it, the same thing. But that is washed out. That should never, ever look like this. And mind you, again, he's on an ultra short throw. There's no distance throw in there at all. So consider the fact that he's sitting that close, his distance throw is very short. He's like, boop, boop, he's there already. Where in our technology, we're sitting back 15 feet. We got to travel distance to make contact with the screen. We got one here at 14. We got one at 18 from back to back. And we got one that got the ceiling over top. So the distance throw for my projector on the floor, which is the short throw BenQ, my ceilings are 8.5 feet high. And he is 2 feet and 2 inches from a screen with a $3,000 projector. I'm sorry, 3,000 lumen projector. Well, still $3,000, but 3,000 lumens. So consider that. 3,000 lumens at 2 feet and 2 inches, or 3,000 lumens at 14 feet, 8 feet, or 18 feet from a screen. There you go. And he's picking up that washed out image. Can't have any more light in that environment. Any more light in that environment, his screen's going to wash out even worse. So you can't make the sacrifice and put lights on there. Now, what I haven't seen yet is these contrast demonstrations. If you're claiming your screen to have all these amazing contrast capabilities, where are the contrast demonstrations? How come in none of these demonstrations displaying these screens, you're never showing the OLEDs or any of those deep dark colors, even some outer space 4K scenery, something. None of that. All those are done in the dark. We're not on his site. We're actually on his website right now. I saw this video posted on his website. You're misleading your customers. You're going to make your customers believe that your screens can take in all this light. They're going to get home and get it in my environment. Or I'm pretty sure, at the end of the day, you're going to have people that have much brighter environments than that. My bathroom is brighter than that. Not to be rude, but it is. My bathroom is literally brighter than that. Your bathroom is probably brighter than that. So if you take that home and you hook that up on your screen and you paint that in and you set up your projector, are you going to need to pick up contrast levels? Well, I don't know. You don't know if you can, not because the tests have never been done. If they're done, they're in the dark. Let's see what else we string along on this real quick. He comes out of this one altogether and just goes into something else. But all bright levels. Majority of the demonstrations are going to come through, going to be all nice bright levels. Because these are levels that are going to fade the less when you're dealing with a lot of light. That's washed out. Sorry, people. Like I said, It's not a, for what he's showing off, it's not a big thing and this is why people who do these screens like this had to stop doing this. You're showing off all these bright colors. It's like me developing a white screen and showing nothing but white snow levels. Look at the white snow levels. Look how amazing the white snow levels is. The screen's white. Of course the white levels are going to be high. Your screen's gray. Of course the color levels are going to be a little higher, right? Not as high as our technology, but it's going to be a little higher than an average white screen. You have to show demonstrations on what your screen is not supposed to be able to do. Contrast levels. You need to do a demonstration strictly with all the lights on, windows open, move this freaking monstrosity out of this freaking section right here. Because if you're going to do a proper demonstration showing off ambient light coming through your windows, you need to remove all this out of the way. All this stuff in the way blocking it. I don't know what this is doing here. That needs to be removed. Get all this out of the way. Move it out of the way of the window. Open up them blinds all the way up. Let all that light push in there. Lighten that environment. Throw all your lights on and do contrast demonstrations only in that environment. Because over here, when we do these black screens over here, what do? We show white levels. We show skin tones. I like to show that snow screensaver. That's my favorite. We do all that stuff. You got to show the opposite of what your screen is not designed to do. We got one over here real quick. I don't know how we go with these. These screens are a weird color. Let me see. Here. These screens will display just about anything. See how vivid that green comes up? Supposed to look like a TV. My mailman comes in and drops my whatchamacallit. The first thing they say is, that's the biggest TV I've ever seen in my life. It's not a TV. They don't notice, they don't know much about projectors, so they don't know that the projector's in here doing it. They think literally it's a TV. But this right here, yeah, all this environment's dark. I don't even know I would have a meter in here. Because the light that's coming from the window is not even illuminating the corners. Look at this. The corners are not even illuminated from the light. Nothing. This is dark. Right now, I guarantee, I bet you $100. Even that, I didn't know, I just noticed that. I just noticed that. Look how dark it is right there where you're standing at. That whole section is dark. So he has this light funnel. He has objects blocking as much light as possible. That's another trick they do in demonstrations. They'll have plants and all kinds of stuff in the window to basically just block as much light as possible. But, you know, you won't notice it in the demonstration. You're like, oh, that's just people's everyday stuff up there. But no, that stuff is there to block as much light as possible. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I'm telling you, I'm going to see this whatchamacallit right here. Oh, we can leave the jellyfish on. You see that, Jamie? This is a screen that can mimic a contrast level. And that screen produces a darker screen than yours. Look at the black screen sitting right next to it. And this screen in no way is black. These are the free color options we're going to be throwing in there for you guys. But you just see how dark it is right here. This environment's dark. If he had that much light pushing from there like he said it was, all this would be lit up. This area would be well lit. See how dark that looks in that little corner over there? So we're gonna basically come off this page real quick. I just saw that right there, and just having Romeo come in the room and talk about an image being dull. I'm like, man, you don't even know what screen paint even looks like. You know, you don't know what dull is at the end of the day. Sorry, buddy, but now he wants to come and he wants. You weren't blocked. You're putting a timeout. You're still in a timeout. You're back in again for the whole rant thing. But you sat there and he wrote in as much as you possibly could. You can't back up what you can say. You come into our product, it's dull, but I'm showing you right here, his screen is washed out, producing the same image over here. Look at this. Look how incredible this looks. You don't want to run your mouth talking about, oh, so before you open your mouth, man, watch a video or two, and then you can open your mouth and run it. But you're going to come in and just run your mouth for the sake of just running your mouth. You mess around, got yourself embarrassed on YouTube. I want to keep you. I'm not going to block you. You're in a timeout. I'm going to bring you in. I'm going to school you every single time until you get to the point that you don't want to be in here anymore. You're just going to leave. Don't ever talk about my technology ever again. See how I had to come in here and embarrass you? I came in here and I showed my technology. I painted it down. We did the demonstration right from the door, 4 certified screens, knocked them out, knocked out Crow's product, came back in here, loaded up the big boy screen, displayed that, showed it off. You even thought the projector at one point, you thought I was using pixel shifting technology. You thought my projector was some kind of high-tech 4K projector. No, $270 projector over there. Then came in and fired up the 126-inch, got it in a fully lit environment, got my windows lights passing back and forth. We got the ceiling light on display right now, the ceiling screen on display, and you still want to come in here running your mouth. But I want you to stare at that real quick so you can see what real technology is supposed to look like at the end of the day. I don't even know how in the world somebody's going to sit there and tell you that they're saving you hundreds of dollars when they can't even back their own product, the basic black and white products. I don't think that's saving $100 when you can actually do it yourself. All right, well, I'm done. I got an acoustic demonstration to do on Facebook. See how that water's reflecting? The reflecting water and all that light. And I'm going to do something that you naysayers can't do. I'm going to sit here and watch some Star Trek, because I'm dying to watch some of my old school Star Treks. I'm going to sit down and get me a sandwich and eat, and watch my movies and TV shows with all the lights on, without anything washing out or fading. And at the end of the day, I don't even have to calibrate. Isn't that beautiful? This is what my customers get at the end of the day. I had somebody once say, oh, the customer's never been. Yeah, I've done a demonstration. I had 3 customers actually come to my house, saw the screen in real time. They were freaking blown away by it. And that's where I got the idea. Watching them come down and watching them seeing that screen in real life develop right in front of them, boom, gave me an idea. I thought, you know what? I'm going to get myself a couple of showrooms where I can have my screens on display just for people to come in and check them out. And then we can basically get their consent to record their reaction of looking at the technology. Keep in mind, we will have some great screen paint products in there. Not what you think they are, not those. We don't need those at all. But to show you the difference why you want to stay away from great screen paint products altogether. To get a reaction from the public point of view, for them to come in and look at the screen display like, which screen would you rather like? This one or this one? We're going to do the color patterns, everything. Which screen do you think is going to give you the best reds, the best blues, the best colors on your projector without the need of calibrating? That's the reason why you have to calibrate when you deal with these gray screen paint products. They can't see color. Isn't that gorgeous? I wish I can. I want to get something where I can have. Oh, that's a beautiful image right there. That is just absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? But at the end of the day, what I do here is not for you naysayers. It's not for y'all. It was never for y'all. It is for my customers who want the best. They don't want to spend a lot of money. I can understand, because at the end of the day, I don't want to spend $3,000 and $2,000 for a projector. I don't want to go through calibrating. I don't want to spend hours painting a freaking screen, waiting 7 hours for motor eyes to dry. I don't want to go through all that crap. I want something I can paint on the screen, be done with it, and have beautiful results. And it can show proof that it's not black paint or any other substance at the end of the day. It can outperform the expensive screens, because I have customers that can spend $30,000, $40,000 for a projection screen. If that can save them some money, they don't have to, they won't. Well, that's basically about it for me. I'm going to get myself a bowl of Lucky Charms. Because you know why? Because they're magically delicious. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day. Let me see. The screen is gorgeous. I gotta do some gaming. This is the gamer screen. I gotta do some gaming on this. Look at this baby right here. Look at it. Look at it. Does this thing. But that's why I'm keeping Romeo. Romeo because of the name. I like the name Romeo. It's pretty cool because back in there reminds me of some of the people I used to hang out with. But also too, he came and he thought I was using pixel shifting. Gotta be using pixel shifting. Really? On that projector over there? That projector don't even know what pixel shifting is. They don't even know what 4K is. All right, well, that's basically about it. Let's see what we're going to be doing. As soon as my frog tape gets here, we're going to be painting a motorized projection screen. Hopefully it doesn't take 7 days to dry. All right, gotta go. God bless.